All right, Survivor Thoughts
Driver thought
with
with
Gina
Gina
and Lisa.
and Lisa.
All right, so
Ugh.
first of all, how was your week? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good. I did like tons of organizing
Okay.
this weekend,
Hmm.
and that felt good. I got my first Azure order. I went and picked it up earlier today. That
Ooh,
was
how was that?
exciting.
I want to know
It
how
was
that
really
was.
good. Yeah, it was great. I just there's a few drops in town, and I picked the one closest to me, and then yeah, the lady just like had a whole semi truck in her
Shit.
side yard and everyone showed up and was grabbing their stuff. So yeah, it was great.
What'd you
It was
get?
really quick. I got like 100 pounds of wheat berries. No, I got like
Okay.
more, 200 pounds. Because then they just you can store them longer because they're not
Hmm.
cracked open yet.
Hmm.
Got a bunch of those. I got olive oil because it's hard to find good olive oil now.
Hmm.
Avocado oil. I got some steel cut oats, some flax seeds. So a lot
Okay.
of like whole things that,
Yeah,
you know. Anyways, but yeah, I
that's
was jazzed.
fun.
I got some really good they had a sale on canning jars that were like a pint and a half, which I haven't seen. Or they're like not as common maybe, but yeah,
I
I
like
found
them
one.
because they have the wide mouth.
Yes,
I
I love the
think
wide mouth because I don't want to like get in a little
you
canning
can't. You
thing
like
though.
literally can't put your hand in
Yeah,
there. Like with the wide mouth, you can
yeah.
get it super clean, get all that junk out of there. I
Hmm.
prefer wide mouth. I think I will only buy wide mouth from now on.
Yeah.
And then I saw that you
Me too.
did a little bit of canning.
Yes,
What were you canning again?
well, the only thing I canned previous to yesterday was bone broth, and that always is fine. But I was doing tomatoes,
Okay, that's right.
so more
Like a
as a test. I
marinara.
just no, just like kind of whole. I was just following a recipe where you basically like get the peels off and then boil them for a little bit, and then put all of that in a jar. But I don't think I really liked it, so I might actually redo them because I saw someone else just throw them in the oven on the broiler. The skins come right off, and they just put the whole things in there. So I was
Hmm.
like, I think I'm cooking out all the nutrients
Well,
with those other ones.
did
So
you like season them or anything like that?
no, I was just doing plain just because then they're more versatile whenever you want to open them and you can turn them into whatever, like
Yeah.
Mexican, Italian. But
Hmm.
it was really easy though. So now that I kind of did that test run, I might like ditch what I made because I don't know that it's actually that great. And then it was just sort of a test run.
Well, you
But
only did three, so that's perfect amount.
yeah,
That's what they say to
yeah, I
do.
think I
Do a little
spent like
bit.
$8 on tomatoes, so it wasn't a huge loss.
Yeah. Yeah. So you
But
got your tomatoes from
yeah.
the farmer's market?
No, I'd actually just gotten those from like the grocery store, which is another reason I'm like, they're not like that great.
Hmm.
So I do want to go to the farmers market, and then I also really want to start my own little garden now that it's cooling down a little bit.
Hmm.
And maybe just build like a raised bed in the backyard because it's just so hard to till the soil here, into nice
Oh, yeah.
stuff. So I'm like, I'll just do a raised bed and everything, and it can be nice. So
We don't have
that's the
soil. We
plan.
have sand.
No, we have sand and clay.
Yeah. You should get
Yeah.
a green
So,
stalk, a
yes,
vertical
that's
one.
right. I forgot about that.
Hmm.
I would love that actually. That's a great idea, and it would take up less space than a
Hmm.
massive raised planter.
Yeah. And you can get more plants in there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
That's what I
fun.
need to
Well,
get mine started. But
yeah, what did you do this weekend? Anything
what did I
fun?
do? What did we do? We watched
Turned Matt into a
football.
pumpkin. Oh, nice.
Not into a pumpkin, yeah. No,
I laughed so hard at that.
he turned himself into a pumpkin. I bought that thing on Walmart and the little handle was broken. So it's like, what am I gonna do with it? I guess I can put candy in it.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Silas's little trick or treat bucket. And the handle was
Oh,
just like severed when I got it.
oh no.
And I'm like, Walmart,
Lame.
Walmart.
Curse you, Walmart. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it was a nice time.
Yeah.
Chillaxing, played with Grandma Gwen.
Yeah. I took Grandma Gwen shopping
Yeah. Oh.
and Silas came. So that was fun. That was an
Silas
adventure.
came to help out.
Grandma, yeah, she's fun.
Yeah.
She's yeah. She's sweet though. I need to go
Yeah.
shopping with her more often because she needs help.
What'd you shop
And
for?
just we went to Walmart and
Okay.
she wanted groceries and we just
Yeah.
got all our groceries. I got a couple things and she wanted a new bra, so we had to go to the bra section,
Oh,
and that was fun too.
yeah.
Because she's
Oh,
like, I don't know what I want. So
yeah.
I think I told her, I said, you need to get like a little sports bra, like no underwire,
Yeah.
no clasps, no like
Yeah.
pokies or
Just comfy
frills.
and
She just
easy.
needs something. And then I saw this pink bra, but it's more like a like mauve bra, like
Hmm.
a sports bra. And she didn't like the color. She wants everything to be white and white. Like that's it. And then she
Right.
got, I know,
Kidding.
racist grandma. Yeah, she's really sweet.
Oh, yeah. She's so funny. I love seeing her.
Yeah.
She's
She's
always
gonna
like,
be
"Ew."
88
Oh,
in
wow.
December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. Anyway, we watched Survivor on Wednesday, not
Yes.
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. Gosh, I
Yeah.
can't believe I messed that up. I messed it
It's
up
okay.
though.
So
So
we worked it out.
yeah,
But yeah, and I also upgraded my Paramount plan, so I have all the live everything. So
super.
now
And
I'll be on
hopefully
top
no
of it.
commercials because
Yeah. Yeah.
but you didn't watch it live.
Hopefully not.
I watched it live. So
That's
that's
true. I
why
didn't
I
watch it
didn't
live.
put all my notes into the document
Yeah.
because I didn't want you to get spoilers.
Oh,
Didn't want
that's
I don't,
okay. I I just was reading through yours and you had way more notes in there than me. I was trying to like take notes as I was watching, like I'd pause and but you got more of the detail, which is really good.
well, I
So
didn't want to forget. Some of these
yeah,
details
yeah,
are pretty funny.
yes, they are.
And and then like, so I have like some nicknames in here because I can't remember their names, but
Oh yeah.
easy to figure out.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
think like if you haven't seen episode 2, we're gonna spoil it.
mhm, yeah,
So
definitely.
if you haven't seen it, go back, get like stop watching this because we're gonna spoil it. But
Yeah,
also come back and watch it after.
yeah, yeah,
um
yeah.
but let's start from the beginning. And I like how you have your notes as per tribe.
Yeah, I just, because they jump around throughout the episode between tribes showing different stuff, so I just threw them all into three groups
Yeah.
to keep track that way, but
Yeah.
um
Well,
there's a lot happening
either
there.
way. Well, we started off with Rome, our favorite.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite, right?
Yes. Yes. And I was shocked at this. I think this was like one of the first things that happened. Um, or maybe it was the Andy Coconut thing, but basically
Yeah.
Rome, um, yeah, confides in Teeny that he found this idol, and like
Hmm.
immediately she runs off to Kishan is like, he found the idol, and like I just was like kind of surprised because that's such a quick way to make an enemy.
Hmm.
And it's not even like she was like careful about it. She just kind of was like, oh my gosh, look what he found, and like ran over there to show.
No, I
And
know.
then,
And
yeah,
you can just see Rome coming up the path, and they're just like, hey, look at this
yeah,
thing in this dirt. And I'm like,
yeah.
no.
I know. And
Like,
I was surprised that he didn't like even really get mad. Like maybe he was trying to like hold it in, but I was like, I would have freaked out.
no,
Like,
yeah,
what?
he held his composure really
Yeah,
well, to be
yeah,
honest, because I would have been like, what the hell are you doing?
yes,
Like,
yeah. Oh my
but like, I
gosh.
guess like, so what is the protocol? Like, I guess when you show someone your idol and then you bury it together, like, whose idol is it? Is it both of your idols?
I
Is it
know. I always think that when people find an idol together.
like who
And I
owns
feel like,
it?
right, exactly. Because that's what I was thinking with the
Sam?
Andy situation. Yeah, with Sam, because Sam runs off with Sierra. Is it Sierra? Let me check my notes.
Yeah, Sarah or
Um,
Annika.
Annika, yeah. They go looking for the idol, but by the time they find it, like it just seemed like they were in agreement that it was Sam's at that point. They didn't even like really talk about it. So I was like, okay.
It's like almost like a
And
personality thing, like whoever is most dominant
yeah, gets to keep it.
acquires.
Yeah,
But Sam did find it. Like Annika didn't
right.
find it, and Sam was like, "Hey, give me that," you know.
That's true. And
So
I was
Sam,
shocked though that Andy just found it and left it there. I'm like, Andy,
I
You're
know.
freaking
But
stupid,
what was
bro.
he gonna do? He was being babysat the entire
That's
time.
true. But when he found it, he could have just, it was just a key. And he could
Hmm.
have put it like he could have put it anywhere. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He could have
Hmm.
re-hidden it, but like he just left it in plain sight. So I
Yeah.
was really
So
surprised by that.
did he have a reason to put it back?
He just was like, everyone's like gonna wonder where I forget what he said, but there basically wasn't a good reason. Like
Yeah.
whatever it was, he was like, oh, I better get back so they don't suspect anything. And like
Did
in
he
the
like
same
want to think
time,
about it or something?
yeah,
Was it
maybe
like,
so.
I want to think about this before I
Yeah, you're
commit?
right. He did say that. And I was
Because
like, there's
if
not
you
much to
take it,
think about.
you're,
It's an immunity idol.
yeah, but
And no
it's
one
a,
has to know
but it's a
who
risk.
has it.
If you don't have it, you don't vote because
What do you mean?
you have to go through all the hullabaloo to get the idol.
Right.
Like, and if you don't get the idol, then you don't vote if you don't possess the idol, the actual idol. Like you lose your vote.
Wait, am I like forgetting something here? Like at tribal council, if someone has an idol, then they don't vote. Is that
No,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying?
because they
Oh,
have the idol. It's like
right.
beware. Like if you don't find this idol, if it takes you too long to get
Uh-huh.
it, then you don't have a vote. You lose your vote.
Oh, was that in the rules? Is that always a thing, or is that just this
It's
season that it
been
was
like
written
what
on the little box?
it's like written on the box, but it's been the
Oh,
thing since this whole like beware advantage, like go dig this
okay.
up, go untie all these knots. Like
Okay. Sorry, that's my bad. I've missed the past few seasons.
no,
Anyways,
yeah.
that
So
makes sense.
that's
That makes sense.
so I don't know if he was like willing to lose his vote, but
Yeah.
he
Yeah, I guess so.
definitely freaking. I mean, honestly, how did Sam even find it that quick? Oh, and Annika, that's not definitely not here. And he's like, oh, here it is.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't even know. I mean, I think sometimes I'm really surprised how they find idols because sometimes it just seems too easy. I'm like, how did you just, I don't know, like just poking around at random in the forest and they're like, here it is. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I guess they have
know.
so much time on their hands and we probably don't see all of it and how long they're looking, but
Yeah, probably not. And honestly, like if you like, I've been watching Survivor, but they're never too far off the actual path. Like they're always along
yeah,
the
that's
path.
true. That's
So
true.
they're not, the producers aren't making them go like whacking through the jungle, like looking randomly throughout the
Yeah.
whole island. It's usually in like a path or a communal area. I
Yeah.
love it when they hide it underneath like their bamboo bed and they
Yeah,
like,
I know.
or like
Oh
have
my
to dig it
gosh.
underneath the bed. It's fun.
Right. Or it's like in their pocket and it's a huge bulge and everyone's like, what's that?
Yeah, right. What's that
Like
there?
nothing. A growth.
Right. A growth.
Um,
I found it.
yeah.
So
But
so
yeah.
Sam finds his. He tells Annika because he didn't want to tell Annika.
Yeah.
He was not, I don't think he likes Annika. Like
It's
like
hard to tell. Yeah.
Annika rubs him the wrong way. I think he's just too a little bit.
Mm,
So Sam really likes Sierra.
yeah.
And so Sam goes like he has to kind of tell Annika because she's there,
Hmm.
and they kind of like find it, try to find it, and then they find all those knots, and then Sam goes and tells Sierra,
Hmm.
and then now Sierra's in on it, and then Annika tells Rachel. So then like the whole tribe kind of knows about it except for who? Gabe?
Andy.
Oh yeah, Andy.
Gabe is blue team. Yeah. Well,
Andy,
and then
I
they
was
end
saying
up
Gabe has his
telling
own.
Andy, and then Andy's like, frick.
Oh no, because Sam said that he might want to save Andy and get Annika
Yes.
out
Yes.
with that
Which
idol.
surprised me too, because
Yeah.
it's not often that someone wants to use their idol for someone else. Like they have to
Mm.
really think it's worth it. And
Yeah, but
I
I think,
still am just confused with their desire to keep Andy, unless it is purely for
well, I
because the
think
way they were sucking up
Sam,
to him
I know. Well,
with the coconut.
he's like a like it's to keep him happy, you
Yeah.
know. It's to keep him
Yeah.
calm and content, I guess. Like,
Right.
but I think Sam likes Andy because he can trust Andy because Sam or no, because Andy told Sam about how he found it.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that was kind of
Well,
like a little gratitude, like not gratitude,
yeah.
but
I
trustworthy
also
thing.
think I don't think Sam wants to be the only guy left, which is another big motivation for him keeping
That's
Andy
true. That's
because
true.
he's like, I can't be left alone with all these girls are gonna turn on me.
And that's
So,
totally legit.
yeah.
Because you know how we are with those girls. I'd get a guy
Yeah.
out.
So, yeah, that was pretty, I don't know. They had an interesting time at camp in Gata. And then
Hmm.
Back to Rome and Lavo, everyone starts getting pissed off with him because he's like too much of a show off, apparently.
Hmm. Hmm.
Which I'm like, he doesn't seem that bad, but I get that when you're just stuck around people and you're already miserable, like, yeah, that would get really annoying.
Yeah, just like grinding.
Um,
Like, just shut up
yeah,
already.
right.
Yeah.
He's just a talker. But so is TK. TK talks a lot, which we saw.
Uh-huh. Dang it. I know. TK getting himself into trouble. What did
Yeah.
Sue say? They were on the beach trying to take a nap, and I have it
Yes.
written here. What, oh, she says male dominant bloke energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Male dominant bloke energy. Like that's just like the
Yeah.
perfect wording to describe TK. I
Yeah.
wouldn't describe Rome male dominant bloke
No.
energy, but
No.
TK for sure. Do you remember
Yeah.
how many times did he say bro, 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 bro?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
at
I
least 20
know.
times.
And him and Kyle have their little bromance going on. And
Hmm.
I was so surprised when they all were like trying to like lay down and sleep on the beach because like as if I was TK or just normally if there's people sleeping next to you, you wouldn't be talking super loud.
Right? I know. They all
um
went
or
there
like you could go
to
somewhere.
nap on the beach because
Right.
apparently, obviously, they're not sleeping good at night. I mean,
Right.
and the
Right.
beach looked warm, it looked soft. Like,
Yeah,
can
it
you
looked so
imagine like the
comfy.
difference between the bamboo
I
and
know.
like all the little critters around? Oh my gosh, I would hate that.
Yeah.
But then like the
Yeah.
beach and then you cover your face, it looked great. Get a little tan, love that.
It did. And I was kind of wondering during that scene because it was like all four of them on the beach and Gabe wasn't there.
Yeah, so where was he?
So he was off talking. Maybe that's when he was talking to the camera. Because remember in his little one-on-one to the camera, he was saying that he basically thinks that Sue and Caroline are just like weak and that they are desperate and that if he tells them he wants to be in an alliance, then they'll go for it just because they're like losers,
Oh
basically, is
yeah,
what
he's
he was
being all
saying.
cocky. He's being all cocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And I just thought that was like so, but then as soon as he's talking to Caroline, she's like not buying any of it.
No, she's like, no, no.
She's like, ugh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know.
I
Just
don't know.
blatantly like, nah, we're not we're
Yeah.
not gonna be on your team.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I like that. Like,
Yeah.
I think it's great TV. Like, yeah, like,
It is
oh my
good.
gosh, like that's kind of cringy, but also really fun to
Yeah.
watch.
It made me think too. I feel like Caroline could be like a secret threat because she's someone who's like kind of staying out of the limelight. She's quiet. She kind of does her own thing. She's not a threat. She just is
she's
there.
she's a threat to all the men. And
That's true. But you know what I mean? Like
hmm
I
She
could see her
can,
kind of coming from behind.
especially if
But
and if she makes it to merge and they do one-on-one or
mhm,
individual competitions,
yeah,
she can do it. Like she's
yeah.
not no weak person.
Well, and that's why I was really surprised at the end with TK because he got eliminated and I was really shocked because it's still so early and he's big and strong. Like that team needs some strength. I mean, Kyle's not eating any meat. He's not going to help out.
Gosh, I
So
know.
I
Are
was
they
just like,
even
I'm
eating?
shocked
They didn't win
that
any of the fishing stuff.
no, they didn't. And I'm like,
And
at this early in the game, they do need some pure strength and they just got rid of it. So
what color was their
that
tribe again?
surprised me. Blue. They're Tuku.
Okay, well they have one in the first
They have
episode.
Kyle and Gabe. Yeah, they did win. Yeah,
Mhm.
so
So
they have some stuff.
they do, we'll see. We'll see what happens now that they lost TK. But
Yeah,
honestly, TK was no help yelling during that challenge. They were
that's true.
so close to winning, weren't they? Was
Yeah.
that the one that was so close to winning?
Yes,
TK.
they really were. And I was really surprised
Oh
by the
yeah,
outcome of all that.
they were the first one that was so close, and then
Yeah.
TK and his little temper tantrum got so
Yeah.
mad and started crazy yelling at his team,
Yeah.
and they just couldn't pull it together.
Right.
But I think if all the
Yeah.
girls were on that ball and the wires, I think they would have won because they were the ones that did that puzzle and just
Yeah,
whipped out
that's
that
true.
puzzle. So,
Yeah, I think they just like panicked, but I was really impressed with Gato winning that challenge just because, I mean, I
gosh.
feel like at camp they just seem kind of all over the place,
Hmm.
but they've done pretty well. And also just coming from behind and down a player and the morale being kind of low, I was
Yeah, with
like,
Kyle on their team.
that's impressive. Yeah.
Not Kyle, I mean
So,
Andy, with Andy on their
yeah,
team.
Andy.
Um,
Yeah.
well, Sam was the powerhouse in that on that one. He
Yeah.
was the one doing that. And remember, oh my gosh, during the challenge before they won, he like
Mhm.
stopped everyone and was like, "Who wants to eat fish tonight?" And then like won the challenge. I'm like, "Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh."
right. I would have
Oh,
laughed when they stopped. I was like, don't screw it up just for your
I
speech.
know.
Like, if I'm like, get it in
I know.
there.
Oh, if you mess it up now, you're gonna get it from
Yeah.
Sue,
He's
or
like, who
not Sue,
wants to
but
eat fish tonight? It just falls on the ground.
I know.
Freaking
Not
Lisa.
you.
That was so funny. And then Rachel's busy stuffing her pants with rice,
I
which was so
know.
funny. I was
I thought
cracking
that was
up.
hilarious too. I thought
But
I was like, dang, Jeff is gonna be so mad.
I
And then
know,
nothing was said. I was like, are they gonna stop the whole challenge and be like, "Rah, rah," like, yeah,
right.
like arrest her?
But at the end, he told her to
Mhm.
empty her pants,
Yeah, I was
empty her
waiting
pants,
for
empty
it.
her pockets.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah. But I saw apparently, well, that other video you sent me, they were saying that there's a theory that she found something in the rice and
I
that's what she was
know.
stuffing in her shorts. So,
I know, but I think
uh,
I feel like I saw the string too, but I think it was part of her
mhm.
pocket or
Yeah.
like part of the because they were like
The
stabbing that
bag, yeah, the
rice
bag
thing,
was
and it was
totally
all
shredded.
just so I don't think
Yeah, I think
it
so.
wasn't meant to do that. I don't think
Right.
so. But that
Because
would be
I,
kind of interesting. So now next season,
yeah,
everyone's gonna be like, look through the rice.
right. I think if there was an idol in the rice, Jeff wouldn't have called it out if she found it.
That's true.
So,
I think,
yeah,
yeah,
he would
that's
have let
true.
it go.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
when
I
they,
was sorry. Go ahead.
well, I was gonna jump back to when they first arrived for the
Yeah.
competition.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who was holding the idol or whatever, but they were
Uh-huh.
kind of being coy and like not wanting to give it to Jeff. And
Oh yeah.
Jeff goes, don't make me pull out my knife. like,
Yeah.
don't make me
He's
pull
gonna
out my knife. Like,
he's gonna gut him
okay.
like a fish right there.
Like, Jeff, like, where's just,
Yeah.
Jeff, it's the Second Amendment, okay? It's your gun.
Right. Also, I forgot to mention this last week, but when he first revealed the immunity idols, they
Hmm.
looked so derpy, I thought. They're like,
I
like I
know.
was like, what
Well,
are these little
like,
toads?
I know. Like, are they human? Are they animals? They have belly buttons. They're sitting like a human.
Yeah.
They're ugly. Sometimes they're really cool.
Yeah, they
And
are.
this year, I'm like,
Sometimes they're just bad. I'm like,
I don't
what
even
is
want that
that?
in my garden.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's no. I'm excited to see what the individual immunity necklace is going to look like.
Yes. Yeah.
Sometimes they're
Hopefully those are
really
cool.
cool, and
Yeah.
sometimes they're not. So we'll see.
Yeah, I guess it all depends on who's in charge that season of the
Yeah, of
props.
the
But
decorations. Oh yeah, props.
I was gonna say also with the challenge when Andy, he was the first one to start cutting into that bag of rice.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why? First of all, he was literally like so close to just stabbing his hand.
I know.
And I'm like, it's a bag. Like, just Kyle was the only one that did that. He was the only one that just stabbed it in and went, and then it was open. And everyone else was like, I did it. Like, I'm like,
I know.
it made me think of Lord of the Rings when the ring wraiths show up to stab the hobbits in their bed and then they're not there. but I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
what are you doing?
Yeah, I know. It's
I
just
didn't
like
mean to
your
waste time,
brain
but
goes away and you're just on fight or flight
yeah,
responses and just trying to whip through it. Yeah, but you're just
yeah,
supposed to open it like how you would
yeah, just
open
open it.
like
It's
with
the
your
fastest
kitchen
way.
knife. Like, gosh, I
Right.
know. I know. And then it pans to Andy doing that thing and
Yeah.
you hear Jeff, watch your hand.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
like yelling at a
Yeah.
kid,
I
watch
know it's true.
your hand.
I feel like Andy really is like the like toddler of the season because even like at camp when they show when he was opening the coconut and everyone's like, yeah,
I
yay,
know.
like, and obviously they're just like trying to keep him happy, but the whole thing confuses me because I still feel like he should have been gone the first week, and people are just still like happy to. And I'm
They
like, do they just want his muscles that bad that they don't care
No,
about anything
not at
else? Like,
all. I think they
what's
found
going
they were
on?
it was either between like last week it was between John and Andy and
Hmm.
they know John is just smarter and more with it. So might as
Hmm.
well keep the toddler
True.
and fake it with him a little bit and
Yeah.
and then Sam is putting him under his little wing and he's going to be a number for Sam. So when they go to tribal council, Andy's going to vote with Sam.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
yeah, it's um social. It's a social thing.
Yeah. That's
I think,
true.
I mean, and I don't know why it was only John and Andy on the block. Just like this week, why was it
Right.
only TK and Sue? Why couldn't we vote out
Yeah.
um who wasn't talking?
Gabe.
I have yeah, why couldn't we vote out Gabe with his little idol, but
I
he
don't
did play his
know.
idol.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised he played it only because I didn't think I would like I guess he thought he was really in danger, but that's just I don't know. I thought he would have saved it for a more rainy day, but maybe not. He didn't know.
Well, they were talking about pulling rocks. Like if it had to come to it, they were down to pull
Yeah.
rocks.
Yeah,
So
that's
if
true.
Gabe
Yeah.
played his idol before everything happened, he wouldn't have to pull any rocks.
Hmm.
So it would save him in that effect.
That's
But
true.
who knows? Like, was he even in that conversation? Did he even know that people were willing to
Yeah.
pull rocks? Because it didn't even feel like he was in that episode,
No,
really.
no, he was like barely in it, and he was just on his own solo episode,
Yeah.
doing his own thing the whole time.
Yeah.
But now he's out, so the idol's gone for that
Yeah. So his
team
idol's
now.
gone. So there's going to be, or not ideally, but normally there is going to be another hidden immunity idol on their beach the next day.
Yeah.
So we'll see who runs
So
for
we'll
it.
see who, yeah, we'll
Probably
see
not
who finds
Sue.
it.
Probably not Sue or Sierra. They're going to be napping on the beach.
Right. I was also surprised when they were talking in the group and saying that Sue doesn't really do anything. Because I would have thought she would be like either a benefit to the team physically or like more of a motherly type and doing food stuff. I don't know. I just assumed because we don't really see much of Sue. We don't get to
What
see
is
her
she
much,
supposed to be
but
doing?
I don't know. But yeah, they're like, she doesn't do anything. And some seasons in the past, they really show more of what's happening, like just practically at camp, like who's making all the fires, who's cooking all the food. They kind of show you that angle. And I
Yeah.
don't think we've really seen that with any of the teams this season so far.
No, but
So
and with Rome says he thought
that's
he
right.
could make the fire. He
Yeah,
thought he was
gets to
the
do it all.
baddest little bee and he thought he could make the fire. No, then Kershan goes up there, starts
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
yeah, of course, the surgeon can start the fire. Or
yeah,
no, he's not a surgeon. He's an ER guy.
yeah.
But
Close
same thing. And then he was all happy with himself with that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Um,
But what is Sue supposed to do? Like, okay, they don't really have a whole lot to
right.
cook, and what is she gonna do? Maintain the fire the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know because this is why I'm having a hard time getting a feel for the team because like no one mentions Caroline in a negative way. So is she
Because she
doing
doesn't
something
get
we don't
mentioned at
see?
all.
That's true.
Did she talk at all during their
No, it's hard
tribal
to think.
council? No one.
No, I don't
She
think
sat
so.
there like a little statue and was silent the entire time.
Yeah,
The entire
that's
time.
true.
I even have it in my
Yeah,
notes. did. Oh no, not Caroline. Sierra. Are we talking about Sierra or Caroline? Because
I was talking about
Caroline,
Caroline on Tuku,
yeah,
blue
and well,
team.
Caroline is also very quiet too. It's
Yeah,
Sarah and Caroline. They're little mice, and they don't
yeah,
talk at all. Yeah.
right. Um, I was also thinking that with Sierra, so in the preview, did you watch the preview
Yes, I
of
watched a
episode?
couple.
Okay.
There's actually like three different ones
Oh, okay. I
on
didn't realize
YouTube that
that.
I kind of found. Just yeah, sneak peeks. That's what they're called.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah. So I did find the one that you were referencing about Annika
Yes.
accusing Sam and Sierra about
Yeah.
of dating. Like
Yeah. She's like, "Are you together?" Which,
something must have happened.
something must happen. And also, it's not unprecedented for that to happen. There's definitely lots of couples that have come out of Survivor, so it's not like that shocking.
Well, yeah,
But I feel
after, but
like,
not
sure,
before and getting into the game together,
right.
which
So,
is what I
oh,
feel
you think
like
that they might be together before the show even started?
that's what it kind of sounded like when she
Oh,
said that because she said, "Are you guys dating? Like, are you guys
okay.
together?" Like, and I would
Okay.
think, okay, they've only been there for what, a week?
Sure.
Like,
Okay.
so I don't think like anything is, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
I kind of read it that way.
Yeah. No, I didn't even think about it that way, but that would make sense why she's so mad because
Yeah.
it's
Well,
not
and
that
then
weird
like,
for two
well,
people to like
Annika
each other,
just,
but
I mean, they
yeah.
obviously do because
Right.
Sam had said, Sierra is my number one in this game
Okay.
before when he found that idol.
That's right. That's
So
right.
him and Sarah
Yeah.
are tight. But I
Hmm.
think they kind of, downplay it. But I think Annika is pissing off the tribe. She's being bossy. She wants her little bed moved. She wants
Yeah.
all this stuff. And Sam's like, okay, well, we're getting into the next episode, but but I
Yeah.
feel like Sam should just be like, well, then fix your little bed. I'm gonna go and get some fish. Like, what
Right.
is stopping him from doing that? But
Right.
we'll see next. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens next week.
Yeah. We'll
I'm
see. I'm
excited for that.
excited to see um because yeah, I'm really excited to see what the Sam Sierra thing is all about. And then the only other thing I saw in the preview I watched was just that Rome is still annoying everybody on his
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
So,
I
I
mean,
don't
he
know.
he's gonna annoy. He's just part of that personality that is loud, wants people to
Hmm.
notice him, wants people to ask him questions,
Yeah,
and wants that either it be positive attention or negative attention. He just wants that attention.
right.
And in a game like this, you don't really want that attention.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
speaking of attention, our girl Genevieve is getting zero camera
Yeah.
time. I don't think I saw her one time
No,
this
no.
episode. I mean, is she even there?
I know. I keep looking at her picture on the cast sheet and I'm like, who?
I
Who are
know.
you
I
again?
mean, and you know who else is
Um,
Aisha? Aisha didn't get a whole lot of screen time either.
yeah, that's true. We did see a lot this last episode from Tiana on Tuku. She was the one going
Yes.
back and forth between siding with TK or siding with the Gabe Alliance.
Sue.
And she really like kind of tipped the scale.
Mm-hmm.
If she hadn't gone with them, I don't think, well, TK could have still, well, probably would have still gone home, but still,
Well, let me see. What I have is that so I call her the Hawaiian because she is the Hawaiian. So the
mhm.
Hawaiian. So after the challenge, TK like called her out for
Yeah, for smiling.
smiling. Like how
Right.
stupid. Like, but
Which,
TK is raged for not winning because
right. And
they
in a way,
were
though,
so close to winning.
they were,
And
and it is a bummer. But all Jeff said was, like, you guys are smiling. Jeff didn't say anything to Tiana.
oh, okay,
And
but he
so I
did.
think,
He pinpointed her out for smiling. TK did.
I don't
TK
even
did.
think he did, though, because that's what I thought. But then when they started repeating it, I think Tiana took it so personally because she was the only one smiling. But TK was just like, you got, like, why are you guys smiling?
Okay.
So I
Well,
think
she took
it
it
almost seemed
personally.
like, yeah, she took it personally, but I don't think he was specifically like, Gianna, you're smart, So,
Okay, so she kind of
but
took
that
it.
really tipped it for her.
She's the one who took it personally, and then
Yeah.
she was the one saying that his ego is so huge and I don't know if I could work with him, but I should be able to work with him because it's not about people, the people I work with, it's
Mm-hmm.
about me getting to the end basically. So
Mm-hmm.
like we were in this teeter-tottery phase with her, like was she going to vote out TK or was she going to vote out Sue? I was
Right.
like, where what is she doing? What is she doing? Is she going to go with the girls? Is she going to at a point I didn't know what she was going to do.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't know either. I don't think she knew. And
Yeah.
then finally at the end, she decided to change her mind.
Well,
So
because
that was interesting.
she was in an alliance, so TK came up to her and wanted to be in an alliance with her.
Yeah.
And she was ecstatic. She was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe he came up to me and like wanted to be in
Yeah.
an alliance with me." And now Kyle's in it, so it was TK, Kyle, and the Hawaiian girl. What's her name again?
Mhm.
The Hawaiian girl,
Um, oh,
Tiana.
Tiana. Yeah.
Okay, so it's TK, Kyle, and Tiana, and
Mhm.
then Gabe was trying to get in with Sue and Sierra, and they were
Yeah.
like, no. And
Yeah.
then they were trying to get with the Hawaiian girl, Tiana. So
Yeah.
she was in all of the alliances, but yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. I'm glad. I'm not glad. I'm sad that TK had to go. I really enjoyed him. I thought he was
Yeah.
hilarious.
I
Um,
felt that way too.
he was just too loud and he
Yeah.
rubbed Sue the wrong way. And at the tribal council, Sue calls out their bromance,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
thought was so funny.
That was really funny. I was like,
Sue was on
okay.
it. Like she was talked so much during that tribal council.
Yeah. And I think it's so, well, obviously, like we know that Kyle and TK were really tight, but when TK got voted out and Kyle's just like, no, no.
I
I
know.
was
Poor
like,
Kyle.
oh,
He's just like
yeah,
a lost puppy with his little torch
I know.
going back to try or to their camp with all their traitors. Oh,
Right. I
and then
know. He was so blindsided. I think he was more blindsided than TK.
because he has to go
He was
back, and
like, what?
TK's like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm gonna go have a
right.
hamburger." No, but like Kyle, so there was a sneak peek I saw, and Kyle was he is in trouble for the next
Um,
episode.
I get that Sue's pissed at him for voting for her, but like I feel like she's a little harsh in calling him like a chauvinist male, whatever she said. Because I'm like, he's not that much as TK
Not
maybe
as
might have
TK,
been.
not as much as
And
TK.
I feel like maybe I don't know. I mean, it does suck to have someone put your name down, but like you didn't get voted out, Sue. Someone's name had to get put down. It happened to be yours. So like, I don't know. She seems a little
I know.
dramatic,
She's
but
like, I'm gonna get revenge. Like,
yeah.
all right, Sue. But
Okay.
like next episode, it could be just Kyle without TK around, and he could
Yeah,
eke his way into the ladies' hearts, and
he could. Yeah.
it could be totally
He's a
different.
nice, he's a nice guy. I mean, we haven't seen him do anything upsetting or like rude.
We haven't seen
He was
him
always
really
just in
do
TK's shadow.
exactly. We haven't really
So,
seen him do much. So,
right. That's true.
well, I hope we do get to see more of him for
Hmm.
the sake of just him just being on the show. Like, we don't
Yeah.
want to see him get voted out for, just because he's nobody or because he was
Yeah.
TK's little guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope he sticks around.
I think he
Um,
will. I honestly think
yeah.
my prediction would be that he's gonna eke his way into the ladies' hearts. He's gonna take a big old nap with them and be quiet. Because who was talking during the nap? It was
Right.
TK. It wasn't Kyle.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So all he needs to do is
Exactly.
go in there, take a fat nap with them. He's in. He's in on the girls' tribe. And then
Yeah.
Gabe out. Gabe needs to go.
Hmm.
My opinion.
Yeah, I think Gabe does too.
I'm
I
done with
mean,
Gabe.
obviously Caroline. Caroline sees through Gabe. I don't know if Tiana and Sue do. They probably do too. I don't know. But I think Sue is eager. to be that person that's like, oh my gosh, I love you too. I love you. Like anyone that, wants to like be that way with her, she's like, and I don't know if there's a lot of strategy in what Sue in like her mind. You know what I mean?
I don't think there's any strategy. She just likes who she likes, and she
Right.
doesn't like who she doesn't like.
Yeah.
I wonder if she, that's all about Sue right now, but like, so Caroline and Sierra, right, are on that tribe.
Caroline and Tiana.
Is it? Oh yeah, that's right. Why do I keep getting Sierra confused with Caroline? Oh, it's probably because they both don't say anything during anything, and they're both blonde and look almost the same.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sue, Caroline, and Hawaiian girl,
Mhm.
definitely a tight three.
Yeah.
Kyle and Gabe are the men on the outs. Yeah, that might be a girls' tribe.
Yeah. It
Because
might
to
turn
me,
into that.
Sue's attaching herself to the women. She
Yeah.
isn't. I just don't think she doesn't really. She's like, you're an annoying
Yeah.
boy. Like,
Although she was fine to like jump on, but on Gabe's boat when he was like, "Should we be in alliance?" She's like, "Yeah."
yeah, that's true.
So
But that was the first time that she got approached.
that's true.
So
So
when
she was
you're
probably
you're
just
not going to be
excited.
like, no, like the first
Yeah.
like first day
Yeah.
on the beach. Like,
Right.
I mean, I hope not, right?
I hope not.
Oh, I like
But
this new
then,
picture you did with the tribes and
yeah,
stuff.
I
Love
switched it out
that.
so we can keep it updated.
Yeah.
And on the yellow team in the other preview that we just watched,
Mhm.
looks like Sam's getting pissed because Annika cares more about creating an Airbnb rather than getting food, maybe.
Mhm.
So, which they have, like, like you said, they have the supplies, they could
Yeah.
be getting fish or whatever, but, they're kind of worried about comfort, which in some ways I can understand because if I don't sleep well, I don't do well in life. And, you want to try to do your best, but food is a big deal. And
For the
Sam's a big
men,
guy. Andy, they need food. So,
I think food is a big deal for the men,
um,
and sleep is a big deal for the women.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
if Annika and Sue would just take a nap together, Annika
yeah,
would learn that it's not about the bamboo laying on the bamboo. It's about taking day naps on the beach.
yeah,
Because what else are you going to do
exactly.
during the day? And
Right.
honestly, like, Sam, like, why are you messing around with all of that stuff? You don't want to be there. Just say, here, girls, like, or whoever, Andy, help them. I'm going to
Mhm.
go and
Yeah,
fish. And
yeah,
when I get back, this should be done. And then we can cook together, you
right. He
know?
could trade skills. He could be like, if you make me a nice little bed, I'll go get food.
Or like, why do they
You
all
do,
have to work on one thing together? They can
right. Yeah,
divide and conquer and get multiple things done,
that's
you
true. Maybe
know?
he wants help getting the food and no one will help him, and then he's pissed.
Yeah, well, I don't
But,
even see. Well, let's just see if he even goes out there and tries for himself.
yeah,
Because, I mean,
yeah,
if you have too many people out in the ocean, you're going to scare all the fish away.
right. That's
So,
true. I am so eager to see this week's episode and find out more about the Sam Sierra situation because I don't know. I'm
I
just
know. Are they
like
together? Were they together?
riveting. It's riveting.
Did they know each other? Where are they from?
Right. What's
Like,
happening here? I'm sure. So I
yes.
haven't looked at any Reddit threads about that yet. I don't know if you saw anything,
I
but I'm sure
haven't.
people have some speculations. Um, but yeah, I really want to know what happens because
Yes.
if they do end up being coupley, even if they didn't know each other before the show, but if they just end up jiving and being super tight, then that's like an immediate reason to vote someone out. So,
Yep, at least one of them, because then they were going to be
and they would probably
duo,
pick
a power
Sierra.
couple
Yeah, they would definitely pick Sierra because they
of
still need Sam's
of
strength.
strength. Maybe, who
Yeah,
knows? The way that this is
that's
going.
true with the girls group though, and Andy's basically one of them. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Who
Well,
knows?
I think they would vote Sierra out because they wouldn't want to be left alone with Andy.
Right. That's true.
They need, yeah. And Andy's not going to
Yeah.
vote out, I don't think. I don't know. This
But
was a
Andy is
very,
eager to please. So if Andy, even if he is left alone with just three girls left on the team, he would happily provide all the strength and just do whatever they instruct him to do.
with
So
what strength he has, with what strength
yeah, he's
he
like a
has.
little workhorse.
I feel like
So
Annika is stronger than him, but who knows?
I don't know. I think mentally she definitely is.
She's strong-headed,
Emotionally,
that's for sure.
yeah. Also, I was gonna say another person we still haven't seen much from is Saul on the Lavo tribe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like we've seen him talk a couple times, but I don't even remember seeing him talk to the camera. And he seems to be kind of
No,
playing it under the radar a little bit, at
really.
least as far as what the editors are showing us, because
Mhm.
I don't know much about him.
Well, this episode that we
Um,
just watched, episode 2, was very blue team centered.
yeah,
Um, because they got voted out and stuff. So they were like really
yeah,
into it. So may hopefully I'm hoping that next week Red goes to tribal.
yeah,
Just to even it out. And
that's true. Yeah,
just to see who might get the boot. And I think it might be Rome. If Red goes to
I
tribal,
think so. Yeah,
Rome.
if they do, it'll be Rome.
I mean, because
But I don't know, crazy things can
he's
happen.
not even that he can't even make fire because that's Hashan's job. So
That's true. And I don't think the girls are going to want a male
well,
majority
and
if they can help it.
Teeny already threw him under the bus.
Yeah, that's true.
So
She's super tight with Keyshawn, obviously, so they're like a duo.
he's
And
Sean.
then,
I wonder who else she's tight. Maybe just the girls.
yeah, no, I think she's tight with like, I almost feel like everyone's tight except with Rome. Rome doesn't really have like a buddy who's
Mhm.
like loyal to him. I'm not sure if the other five are
Well,
super tight,
that's
but
because Rome thinks everyone's his buddy.
yeah. Oh, I kind of feel bad for Rome, honestly. Like he's
He
not a
doesn't
bad guy. He's
know.
annoying, but like he is good. Like he found the thing and it was
Yeah,
his
well,
mistake to show Teeny, but
I know he was like super into Teeny. He's like, I really like
yeah.
Teeny. Like, I really want to
Yeah,
show
he's like, I
her.
can trust her.
Well, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Like last week, I was like, yeah,
She freaking
Teeny.
betrayed him in 2 seconds.
I know, and got caught. That's like
That
the
was
first time
gnarly
that's
though.
ever happened.
Yeah, it was just surprising how fast she went and told Keyshawn. It wasn't even like, okay, the next day or that evening, like I'm gonna try to sneak out and show someone. It was just like the second Rome walked
I
away. I was
know.
like,
Did you
okay.
make sure Rome was busy? Like,
Right, right. Yeah, like why don't people pay more attention? That's my other beef with Survivor is constantly when people are like in the jungle or wherever getting water, and then they're always being surprised by someone walking up on them. And I'm like, I'm sure you can hear every footstep in this place because there's so many leaves on the ground.
yeah,
And
but you
it
could
surprises me.
mistake a footstep for a camera guy footstep.
That's so true. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're already like tuning out a bunch of like uh I was
Like
gonna say staff. What's the word?
production.
Production crew.
Mhm.
So that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like people are not that vigilant, like especially when they find an idol or they're doing something secret, like they just don't pay very much attention to their surroundings oftentimes, and it always
Right.
surprises me
I
because I would
know.
like have my head on a swivel.
I
But
know. I
yeah,
know. I know. But I was, I don't know. I love mess ups like that. It makes it so
I
fun.
know
I
that's
was
true.
like, she's coming, or he's coming.
Yeah, I think it's funny
Ugh,
too whenever people find an idol or a clue and they just stop right in their tracks and they're like, I'm gonna read this whole novel right here in the middle of the trail. And
I
I'm
know.
like, go like it, I would just grab it and then like wait until I was super safe and then
Or
read it or
during your
whatever.
like
But
diary room kind of thing, your
hmm
what is it called?
yeah,
Your personal
yeah, your
one-on-one,
one-on-one.
then bring it out because like I feel
Yeah.
like those one-on-ones are supposed to be just one-on-one, like no one else can hear
Yeah,
it
no one's
because they
in the
will give
way.
out like
Yeah,
uh game altering
right.
information. So
Yeah, that's true.
I know that's what I would do. I would just pretend like I didn't have it until I had a one-on-one with the
hmm
crew and then read it and like
hmm
then think about. I
Yeah,
don't know. In
I don't
fact,
know.
I
And
tell those little guys, don't follow me. Like,
yeah, right.
let
Just
me
take off
go.
running.
Yeah.
I love when someone takes off running and the camera's like, like running through the forest following
I
them.
know.
I'm
I
like
can't
the
have that job.
poor
I
camera
would
guy.
be like, bye.
Yeah. Yeah, all you hear is like breathing and behind the camera.
That'd be me. Like, oh
Yeah,
God.
me too.
Nope, I didn't wear
Oh
the
my
right shoes
gosh.
for that.
Yeah, that would be so funny.
I did love
But
this
I
episode
mean,
though.
it's easy to watch the show, huh?
I did love this episode.
I did too. And I think it's easy to watch the show and be like, I would do this or I would do that. I would do everything differently. But, you know, and in the moment, I'm sure there's a lot of factors that we don't see.
For sure. I
But
think it's
also,
harder than it
well,
actually looks.
yeah. And I've always thought whenever people find idols, they always put it in their pocket or they put it like in their bag where people search. And I'm like, if I was a girl, it'd go right in here, right with the girls.
Right
And
there,
no one's gonna
right?
see that. I
Right?
mean, if you don't
No.
have any boobs, then that's a problem. But like, oh yeah, just tuck it under one. There you go.
Easy.
No, no one's finding
In
that.
fact, I still find stuff there. No,
But
like,
yeah, that's one of the things I always think of. I'm like, no one's gonna check the boobs. I'm sticking it there.
uh-huh.
But
Or
most of
like
these
think
girls have
about
like
what
no
you would
boobs, so
wear, like wear it.
yeah, exactly. I know you got to think about it. One of these people, I don't remember now because I didn't know them in the first episode, but one of the girls showed up in like a pantsuit practically. And I
Which
was like,
one? It wasn't Teeny because she was wearing a scarecrow outfit.
right, it might have been Genevieve.
Oh
I
gosh,
don't
yeah. Who
remember.
knows what she's wearing? For all we know,
Yeah,
she could be naked out there because no one knows what
yeah,
she's doing or what she's planning or who she's aligned with. She's a mystery.
yeah. I
I
really
would
don't
say she's
know.
the mystery and Solomon is the mystery.
Yeah, Solomon. Yeah, yeah, they're both mysterious. And out of all the teams, I mean, we've even seen some more from Caroline than Saul and Genevieve. So
That's true.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, if Bravo
Caroline's still
goes
very quiet
to,
though. She said nothing during that tribal council.
yeah.
She said,
Um, I was
um,
gonna look up really quick. Sorry, go ahead.
well, I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get a little blurb from Rachel after she stole that rice. Like
That's true.
anything from her point of view. She got called out, she got caught on camera doing it, which I loved.
Yeah.
And but we didn't have any follow up with her, like, hey, like a diary room or like a one-on-one production one-on-one with her about
Hmm.
her, like why, like, so you stole this rice, tell us what you think, like what are your thoughts, and
Yeah.
nothing. So
Yeah.
hmm, that could be maybe in the next episode, maybe like a recap in the beginning, maybe, hopefully, because that was really, I love that.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
something different, no one has ever done that before.
That's true. That's true. No one has.
And they do that rice
Hmm.
bag over the water. Oh, like
Yeah.
they have done that before,
Okay.
but no one, I mean, maybe someone has stolen rice and they just didn't get it on video, but this was the first
Right.
time it was actually in the episode. So
Right. Well, and
I just think it'd be interesting her point of view.
there have been times when there have been idols hidden in the challenge. I
Yes, under
forget
the
what
bench,
season. Under
like
the
under the
bench, yeah, there was like,
benches or wherever they're
yeah, so
sitting.
it's
Yeah.
not that
So that's why
like
I kind of noted down who was sitting out, because it's usually the people who are
right.
sitting
Oh,
out
yes, that's
that
true. But we
have
didn't
that.
even see them do
Well, it
anything.
was Aisha and who else sat out? Was was it Caroline? I can't remember. Or Sue?
Hmm.
I have it in my notes. Uh, I said someone sat out. You have it in your notes too. Aisha and Sue sat out.
Oh, right. Soon. Okay, yeah.
So, like,
Yeah,
wasn't that
and
not yet? Maybe this is only the
I'm
second.
curious. I'm still just curious about the Sue thing because I feel like they don't see her as a strong person, and she obviously has muscles, but like to sit her out, like if she is like a muscle man on the team, then they wouldn't have sat her out, I don't think. I'm
I
just
know,
curious about her. Like I'm like, what's going on here?
but out of
But
all of them on that blue team at that moment, they're not going
that's
to sit
true.
out TK. They're not going to sit out Gabe. They're not going to sit out Kyle.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
maybe we haven't seen her swim. So, and it was a kind of like a swimming competition.
Mm,
So maybe
true.
she's just not as fast in the water.
Yeah. She's more she's
Lifty.
more part of the yeah,
More, I think
yeah.
if she makes it to merge, she's has a good foot in for winning challenges.
Yeah, I think so.
Especially probably endurance challenges. She could probably stand on a pole forever.
Yeah, I think she probably could because
Mhm.
she's small, and being small for those types of things can help because you have all the muscle and none of the weight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we'll see. I'm really curious to know who makes it to the merge, but we're still far from that. So, um, I guess we'll find
Yeah.
out. There was one other like deleted scene that I saw. I didn't watch it yet,
Ooh.
but I just saw it come
Deleted
up. I'll
scene.
send it to you here. It
Let's see
was
if I
about,
can put it on the share screen and put it in and we'll watch
yeah,
it
yeah.
together.
So I'm Sue. I'm from New York. My dad wanted all boys. He got all girls. So I was the tomboy. I'm very competitive. Any racket sport you give me, I can pretty much beat your ass. But by far, this is the best accomplishment I've ever done. This is just my next stepping stone. And sky's the limit. I had a daughter at a younger age, and she's had a son at a younger age, so I'm actually a grandma. So it's been, my life is around my family, and, so that's basically what I do. People should be excited to see me play, especially my generation, because I'm hoping a lot of them will maybe see themselves in me. It doesn't mean they have to come on Survivor, but don't roll over and play dead. Right? It's life's too short and it's too precious, and life is what you make of it.
Wait, Sue, tell us more about your life then.
I was married, I'm divorced, but I've been with a guy for 15 years.
So he also lives in New York then?
Yeah, we live together. Yeah, him and my daughter get along great. He taught her how to drive.
How old is your daughter?
She's turning 26.
What is her name?
Chelsea. She's type juvenile diabetic.
Really?
And she's the super fan. My daughter watched the very first episode with me. She was 7 years old. Life happened. My daughter started getting sick. She ended up being diagnosed with juvenile diabetes, but at the time we didn't know. The only thing that was a good thing around that time were the times that Jeff came into our friggin' living room and took us away from our reality just for a brief moment. But that was the only time we literally didn't think about our horrifying life and what was going to happen to her, because we didn't know. And that's what's even more important for me, to do this sort of for her, to show her, and just she can live vicariously through me. For Chelsea.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is sweet.
Yeah, gives her more of a personality to know the backstory.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, why did they delete that scene?
I know. I mean, maybe there's probably a lot of great moments that got cut just for time,
Mhm.
and that was kind of a long chunk, but it was really, they could have put in some pieces of that, I feel like, given some
Yeah.
backstory. Although, I don't know how much backstory they've really shown of anybody. Like, I can't think of one person where they've really delved into their personal story
Mhm.
that much. Maybe Andy a little bit, talking about his emotions, but
Well, and John, the one who
yeah,
got voted out
the
first.
Clintons.
So they only had enough time to show what he. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering, maybe they might show it later in a different episode.
Yeah, they might be waiting to show more backstory until it gets a little winnowed down and there's time for that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It was a very Sue heavy episode. So
it was a Tuku heavy episode the whole time.
and she
Got a lot of
wasn't
great stuff.
on the chopping block. So they might save that little scene. I mean, for
Yeah.
another
That's
time.
true.
So
Yeah, I don't know where people get all these clips anyway.
I know, right?
I'm like, what? But I did try to look up if there were any Reddit theories about the Sam and Sierra thing, but all I saw just at a quick glance was that they thought Annika wasn't staying there dating, but just like being hyperbolic and
Okay,
saying
that
they
makes
just
more
are really
sense.
tight. So
that makes more
yeah.
sense to me.
But yeah, I guess we'll see.
Because she's dramatic.
Yeah,
she's. I can just,
Yeah, I hope that shows up in this next episode, because sometimes they'll show previews that don't happen in the next episode. They're like a little like far out, and that I'm like, oh, waiting for that, whatever
Yeah.
scene it was to finally happen. But I
because
think it probably will.
like it's not like Big Brother where it is live, like they have live episodes where
Yeah.
everything's live. So nothing is actually live. This has already
Right.
happened in the past. So
Mhm.
the editors are trying to piece things together in like a story format, and they're also trying to hook us in those
Mhm.
previews. So
Right. Yeah, so I'm
gotta
sure
remember
it's
that.
all, they always edit things to look more intriguing than they end up being.
Hey, that's good show
So
business though.
someone's like, I killed someone, and then they're like, find out next week, and then they're like, I killed someone
I
with a
killed a
great joke. You're
fish.
like, dang it. Yeah, it's like it's such a letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Me
And
too.
I'm gonna watch live this week.
Oh,
So
me
actually,
too.
I have to drive to Utah to pick up more beef because I have room for some now. I only got like an eighth of a beef,
Yeah.
so not that much,
So you have to
but
drive to Utah though?
I don't have to, but they do deliveries like once a month, and they were going to deliver while I was in Amsterdam, and I didn't want to have to wait till like mid-November
Okay,
for
yeah.
the next one. So, and it's only like it's like under 2 hours, and some of my friends live there, so I might like pop in and say hi before I drive home. But
Cool.
say all this to say that I will be back just in time for it to start at 8, right? So,
And if you get too crazy with your friends, you always have, you can watch it
that's
on
true.
Thursday. On Thursday when I thought it was going to be live.
Yeah, I always could, but I definitely don't want to be there that late because it's a work night. So I'll probably just zip right back. And I'm gonna have a bunch of beef in my car, so can't just fart
I
around.
have a bunch of beef too. Just kidding. Just
I
kidding.
got a lot of beef about a lot of things.
I'm not Annika, okay? I don't got beef.
Oh my gosh, Annika.
All
Yeah,
right, well,
I'm just
that was a fun
pumped.
one. I
So,
cannot
yeah.
wait for next week.
Yeah. You should ask Matt when he's free in his busy schedule to be a guest
Oh,
celebrity
should we
guest
have a guest speaker?
commentary.
A Matt guest
Yeah.
speaker?
At least for like a couple of minutes, just to give a quick give his quick thoughts and then
I will ask him.
feed
We'll
it.
see. We'll see what
Yeah.
he does.
mean,
We just have to figure out the logistics of that, but I'm
right.
sure we can figure it out. We have
Yeah.
thousands of computers in our house. We're a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, you do.
So.
Yeah, there's got to be a way.
There is a way.
Yeah.
So that'll
All
be
right,
fun,
sweet.
having an extra little voice in our little ear.
Yeah.
So
It will be fun. Yeah, I want to hear his thoughts as the male perspective on all these dudes. Andy.
He's gonna be so funny. Oh
Yeah,
my
I'm
goodness.
excited. I'm
Yeah.
already excited.
Me too.
Yeah, contact his agency when he's free.
I will contact him. I will.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Good.
All right.
Yay.
Well, good episode. I will see you
episode.
later.
Okay. See
And
you later.
try to survive out there, okay?
I'll try. I
Yeah.
really will.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.